I took this picture at the same time as I took last week's picture, and well, it was on the same walk, and this is probably 200 yards from my office. And I continue to learn, the longer I work at OSU, I continue to learn that there's a lot of photo opportunities right here on campus, and you don't have to go far to get them. And that was the case here. It was a cloudy, overcast day, so it was a really nice light, and I saw this post with some twine, some thick twine tied to it, and it reminded me of another picture that I took a couple of years ago with a close-up filter. And you can, if you're on the blog, there's a link to it in the first paragraph. And the difference here is the original photo that I posted, I think it was fall of 2016. I used a close-up filter, I think a +4 to get that one. Here, I didn't need a close-up filter. I shot this with my Fuji and the X100F. It naturally just focuses closer. I think you can focus, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches in front of the camera. And it's not designed for macro shooting, but it kind of works well in the pinch. It gives you the ability to shoot subjects close up that you might not be able to get otherwise. And that's what I got here. I shot this at f4 to get some, to make sure it was nice and sharp. If you open up the lens on that Fuji all the way to f2, it's a little soft when you're shooting close up. It's not a big deal for most situations, but if you're shooting really close up, it's not going to be as sharp as you want. So I stopped down to f4 to get a sharp photo and to get a little more depth of field. Otherwise, it can be a little unwieldy on a picture like this. But mostly I like how the knot is hidden among this ginkgo tree, and it almost feels like there's like it's a secret of some kind, like a treasure waiting to be or a trap waiting to be tripped, and Indiana Jones is going to come along and stumble over this. It's really not special at all. It's just one of those posts that holds up a tree, and they're trying to make sure this ginkgo tree grows straight. But it feels like there's more to it. I also shot this in JPEG, and I don't like to... Sometimes I'm trying to train myself not to overthink things, and shooting in JPEG is a good way to do that. I try and adjust the exposure in camera using exposure compensation and adjusting my metering if I need to, and getting the picture and just being happy with what I got instead of endlessly tweaking sliders and editing and doing all this stuff in post. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just something I'm trying lately, and this is mostly unedited. I think I might have, added a tiny bit of vignette. I don't think I cropped it at all. But it's just a way for me to continue to stretch myself and challenge myself and get what I'm trying to get in camera as opposed to in Lightroom or in Photoshop.